the method that the enemy, which the human has an enemy, it's kind of universal. And here on Earth, it appears as a kind of covert and um, obvious warfare. And there's all kinds of stuff happening like that with the ways that they will advertise how to get sucked into it. And so, like, I was looking at this and I saw this equation. I hope I can articulate it. Might be too soon. I was wondering when I can ever do it. But it has to do with the ongoing war against, I would say that the human potential, which would be Christ consciousness, if you kind of trace what that is, break it down. Just you are a relative of the creator of creation, and this means your very existence here creates creation. It's the a factor of why everything exists here. It's kind of funny. It's just like this. That's a no-brainer, but everybody's like thinking, and they're being trained away from the possibility of that they are of what they really are, which is much deeper than just a biological situation. But it helps to know what all of that is all about, because how it all operates is the only way that you'll begin to look into what and how the truth is. When you look into the truth and you get to know the truth, that's the way you do it, is you get into your body and you start listening and you go, oh, it's like that, it's like that. And it's not about the obvious. It's like how you learn about it. Like, it's there. Yes, it is. It's remarkable. Then you, because you can get into instant healing by continuing on looking into the truth. So my original conversation here I'm trying to start with is don't tell me I just lost it. I don't know. It's just like um, oh, I'm getting back to this equation that, how that there is a mass effort to keep the truth down, which comes from the inside, like I was saying, like inside the body. The human organism is programmable, learning. And it's important to look into that geometry, the inner body. It starts early when we're kids. It should. And 100% involves encountering our minds. And that can happen through other people immensely. I mean, other people have a great idea to stick everybody into that field and keep us there. And that's the main problem, is how we just remain infantile. We don't even know our power physically, let alone mentally. We don't get past it. We get trapped in just trying to get into it. So getting into there's a reason for that. That's systematically programmed in. And if anything, you're going to learn how to serve the enemy. They program you in with this education as to how to deal with each other as, say, parent to child. And this is really complicating subject matter, but I saw this thing the other day. How that, okay, it's an ongoing cull. What they're trying to do, and And they're trying to get rid of any chance of the truth coming through the human being, which really would be God coming through. If you want to know what that is, a lot of people are confused what God is. Well, let's try the truth. There is unsolid truths and solid truths. And it's like I can take 5 hours to try and realign everybody's brains. Everybody's all hocus pocus out. Like all these words, like it's over there and it's over there. No, it isn't. This is an experience that you are to have. This is your birthright. Somebody took it all away with this babble. And you're going to get confused with it all. So here I am just trying to tell you, seeking the truth is looking into God, which is your salvation, is going to help you get all kinds of strong in so many ways. And you're actually programmed to do that. You're a human being who has this from the get-go. People don't know that you don't know that your children are programmed with mechanisms. And what's currently happening is like they've been trying to inject, and they have been successful. If you look at Rudolf Steiner's work, just knowing what's happening behind the scenes with whoever gives themselves the authority to be the keepers of the organism that is human here, that has a history, if there is history that they can remember at all, it's because of war. Okay, and nobody knows what the fighting is over until you realize that there's a one world intention coming on, and there's a one world military. Who are they supposed to be fighting? The aliens? Thanks a lot. I thought I was gonna get an alien's autograph, but now I have a military there that says I can't even see that. That's not fun. It's not true. They're against you as a human organism. Come on, wake up. This should be the funnest thing in the world to learn. Like, really, mommy? Yes, son. Um, and you have to stay aware. At what time, mom? Right now, we are practicing awareness. If you have a question, let it be answered with the holy truth. But you know what you have out there dishing out answers, which you shouldn't have to. If the question is enough, give the question space, because all it is something that needs to know more. Give it more time, give it more space, and let it get inside of its body. These are just children. And you're not supposed to sit there and play that you know everything, because you don't. That's the way you live. God knows everything. You don't. You trust that because you have a creator that is God and the truth, you trust that, gosh almighty, babes, I'm 47 years old, and after time, you're going to learn how to dial into this truth thing, and it does you good. It does you well. And I'll go back to the body. You start learning by looking into your body. And I would suggest to go into what feels good. This might be interesting. Now everybody is whipping out their genitals. Fine. Follow that, man, and get away from people who says that that's a bad thing to do, because you don't know, they don't know. You just get into it, get out of it. You're not going to be there forever. You can't. You have to do other things. Eventually the day calls. Long conversation that nobody's having with their kids about just the truth. Reality, what is it? God. Is that what all that it is? Yes, that's what all that is. And believe it or not, I found a simple a way to get the equations out of our alphabet, which is the English alphabet, and the way we put words together. If you want to just knock that back a little bit, because you don't need to talk about it. It's here already. And I'm a musician. It points right at music. It says, I would suggest you people learn how to play music. because it's a higher learning tool. It's one of the only things that opens both sides of your brains if you attempt to do it. It takes playing the melody, a song with your hands, and then singing to it at the same time, or hitting a drum with your hands, with your body, keeping that rhythm, and then singing to that. Do that whole thing, and that will start to open both sides of your brain. And there's other higher learning tools that they have made useless to you. Every bit of it. Every bit of it. And it's going to include you. You're a higher learning tool. Why do you have a biological apparatus at all? All of us have a skeleton and a spine for a reason, and on 2 eyeballs and some ears and nose, and all of you are letting each other down. As far as what I can see, my experience is you guys don't know how to use it. You don't honor each other through it. Thank you for listening.